Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. Three tight ends are out there. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Mixon with a first down carry. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Mixon on the carry.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
And it's 3rd down.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And this will be taken at the 13. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at their 49-yard line.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. 2nd and 9 now. His throw incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Escaping the pressure right. Open man is Cantrell. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson.
2 yards on the
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Right here, right here. Hey, check Mike 57.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Again, the ball carrier.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. Chubb. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. It'll be a gain of 4, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 12-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. We're scoreless after 1.
Quarter with no score.
On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Chubb. And he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
11 more yards. That's another Browns 1st down.
They'll give it to Chubb, and he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns.
Makes the score Browns 7, Bengals nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
2nd and a yard at the 34-yard line.
Ready up. Mike 29. Warrior jump. Hey, we got tight left. Back in 60. Key to tight end. 3 down. Hey.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he will find his man on the outside. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Bengal first down.
Burrow will throw. Slant pass to Boyd. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
First down, Bengals.
29 is Mike. Mike 29. Check 24. Check 24. Slant.
From midfield now, Burrow. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. To the right side and complete to Hurst. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Bengals grab it. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. It's Mixon on the counter. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 40-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on fourth. They'll try and run the option. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Flushed out right. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. On the ground, it's Chubb. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
3rd down and 5.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense, because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Now it's Burrow. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
Check. 42's the mark. Here we go. Here we go. Switch. Watch the end.
Burrow looking to pass. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the... And oh, that is going to be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Ooh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Over the middle to Beckham. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Hayden Hurst, former first-round pick, the intended target. And it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd.
Hurst, incomplete.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And his kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
The quick throw complete into the flat out left. Past the 20. this one all the way down inside the 20. That's good for 28 yards. That's how you draw off the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes, but receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Joe. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Again, it's Mixon. And he powers his way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. So that'll back them up 5. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. So a change of possession here on the punt. Now the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They run it again with Chubb. And some room to maneuver. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
2nd down and 3 with right around 3 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. 3's all around. They'll run with Chubb, and he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. And he's got it up and through.
Makes the score Browns 29, Bengals nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Mixon across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down.
Back, check, 59. You can't block me. You can't block me.
They'll try and run with Mixon. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They'll go again here with Mack. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Joseph. An 8-yard pickup. And a Bengal 1st down.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory.
The ball carrier.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
1st down, Bengals.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. Through an opening, and there he goes. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Touchdown,
Joe Mixon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the 1st half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the 2nd half, that got done.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This is a 1-score game, but touchdowns on their last 2 drives. Now, comfort is here, so to speak.
It certainly is for them. I've been in this situation before. On the flip side of this, and all that's going on there is a little bit of finger pointing. Hey, what's going on? How can we stop them? Can someone make a play to try and stop this momentum?
Well, they're going to be ball hawking because they need a turnover on that other side. And again, it's Chubb. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Following the penalty, Chubb. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line.
Handoff to Nick Chubb.
At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it. They've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
The Browns on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And he is going to have the Browns.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 32-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
going right. This is Chubb on the toss. Chubb will have the first down and much more. And all the way down to the 5. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here on their time. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Browns add 6 to their lead. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 34 yards there and a first down.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back on that counter play? You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well. But they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now it's Burrow. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? They had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. That one looks like he'll throw here. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked up just shy of midfield, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick, a little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. Has a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Mixon. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. He can run for, and that's a touchdown, but hold on, there is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
Mike 42, Mike 42. It's a party now. It's a party now. 70 Ranger. Mike 42. Hey, let's get that ball.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this Browns defense stands tall. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Browns, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll hit the road